Rachel with another Monday Motivator. Today I'm filming at our corporate location in Green Bay, Wisconsin. I don't know if you've noticed, but we've been going through some changes at our office locations. And so you've probably noticed that we've been going from kind of a purple magenta color to a green color. We've been moving away from a tulip in towards a house, and that's because Home Instead is going through some rebranding. And so you've maybe noticed some paint color changes at your office, maybe some new posters up, but there are a lot of things that are staying the same. Love the verb is still our purpose. As We Care Senior Care, as Home Instead, we still believe in 100 little things. But rebranding is something that can often happen for different companies or different organizations. And part of a rebranding is to give a fresh new look. Part of it is to reach maybe different audience members, maybe update things a little bit. Rebranding is actually really important to the life and health of an organization. And man, it takes a lot of work. It's not just as simple as calling up some painters and choosing a paint color and asking them to put it on the walls. There are so many conversations that go into rebranding. And a big question that's asked during the rebranding process is why? Why are we doing the things that we're doing? What is important to us? What are the things that we value? And so there are all of these value questions and why questions that get asked over the course of, I'm sure I would think, many weeks and months, maybe even years, up to actually putting into action, putting into, actually seeing things on posters and on walls. And it's important that we know our why before we go to the how. The how can sometimes be the exciting part, right? Because we want to see the differences, we want to see the change, but before we go through any type of rebranding, we need to know the why. And our why, as you probably have guessed it, for Home Instead, is love the verb. That is our why we exist, because we want to be able to teach others about love the verb. And I think it's important for us individually to also know our why. Why do we do the things that we do? Why are you a caregiver? Why are you a key player? Why do you work in the corporate office? Why? What is it that is important to you? What are the things that you value in your personal life? I know for me, I often think, why do I like to read so much? Why do I want to, invest time into that? Why do I go to church? Why do I want to invest in that type of community? Our why is really important because it keeps us going and it gives us the purpose into the how. And so as your chaplain, I would just love to hear from you. What is your why? And if you feel like you're kind of going through life and you feel a little aimless and you don't have a why, I would love to have a conversation with you. As always, my contact information is listed at the end of each video and also in the description below. I am just a phone call or an email away. I am a confidential listening ear. I hope that you have a fantastic week. I want to remind you that God, our CEO, cares about you deeply, and we'll talk again real soon.